Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Jess, Miss Majestic. Today's video, we are going to do another channeled message video. I have been channeling a few messages from the divine higher power, and it's been coming through so clearly. And I honestly just want to get right into these messages because they've been coming through so what's the word I'm looking for? Like exponentially clearly. It's almost like God has these messages on it's almost like God has these messages on like 1 to 2 day shipping delivery. Like that's what it feels like, is that they're coming through very, very quickly. So I also just want to say happy full moon in Sagittarius. I know we just had that full moon in Sagittarius. Whenever you're watching this, you could be watching this 2 years from now. Maybe it's not a full moon in Sagittarius, but the energy is still going to transpire to that time when you're watching this video, because energy never lies and energy always finds you at the exact right time, because time doesn't even exist. Time is just an illusion. So without anything else, let's just get right into this. God, divine higher power, I ask you to reveal these messages that the collective needs to hear right now. Please use me as a vessel to reach every single person who needs to hear these messages from you through me to them. What needs to be heard? What do they need to hear right now in this current present moment? Thank you for these messages. I open myself up as a vessel to be able to channel these messages to the collective. So I'm hearing a lot of purity. I'm seeing tears, I'm seeing crying. I'm also hearing tears of joy. I'm also hearing acceptance. I'm hearing celebration and graduation. Some of you may be graduating. Some of you may be celebrating a new job, a new relationship. If this hasn't happened yet, this is going to be happening. That's what God is saying. And it's funny that God made me wear the color white, because the color white has to do with purity. I'm also seeing white roses. I'm seeing white flowers. I'm seeing daisies. It's also very funny because the crystals that I picked out today, I have my selenite wand right here, and then I have clear quartz somewhere in the background, but I felt like there's this energy of clearing of old energy and welcoming in this new energy. And I keep hearing celebration. I'm seeing you out for drinks with people. Parties of 333. I have 333 tattooed on me. Maybe that is your number. Maybe you were asking for a sign to see that number to confirm something. This is your confirmation. I keep hearing celebration. I'm seeing confetti. I'm seeing fireworks. This may be happening in July, near the 4th of July. This is something you've been praying for. This is something that you've been wishing for. And what's kind of going on right now with this full moon in Sagittarius that we literally just had like 2 days ago? A lot of fiery energy is coming up, but this fiery energy is coming up not to lead you towards anger, because sometimes full moons, when they're in fire signs, can lead us to feel very angry and very irrational, and we make bad decisions and we just lash out on people. But what I'm hearing is this full moon was so in alignment with your being, that this fire energy was used to create, actually, to let go and to create. Full moons are for releasing and for letting go, and this energy that's been coming up lately is I almost feel like God's putting us through this transition period where it's we're finally in this new chapter of life that we have been wishing for. That's what I'm hearing. We all have finally transitioned to that chapter of life that we have been wishing for honestly, I want to say a year now. I literally want to say a year. That transformation, it's finally complete. I'm also hearing when you see an alive butterfly, when you're out on a walk and you see a butterfly, that's your sign that the transformation's completely done. If you haven't seen one yet, that's your sign that your transformation is going to be complete when you see a butterfly. But yeah, there's There's still almost like lingering energy of the old life. I'm seeing like a city. Maybe some of you have moved recently out of a city or to a city, and God's like saying there's still some like lingering energy that kind of follows you on a daily basis, like to your work and with the people that you hang out with. Like there's some lingering energy that follows you, and God's kind of like, you know, really use this full moon energy right now to release all of that, to sacrifice all of that, to let it go, surrender it to the divine higher power, and understand that like that is no longer you. Like those mindsets that you had, the jobs that you were working, the relationships you were in, it's no longer you. It's no longer in alignment with you and your being. And it's like there's like so much celebration coming your way. I'm hearing wear more white. Wear more white. You know, start going out with friends, start having fun, go to dinners, like really just really feel yourself, you know, really like put on your best outfit, do your hair, get your hair done, get your nails done. If you're a male, maybe this is your sign to get a pedicure. I know that might sound so weird, but like I truly believe that men should be able to get pedicures and should be able to get manicures and get their nails done and stuff. It's just nice. It's really nice. Or just get like a massage done. Like treat yourself to something nice. That's what I'm hearing, because there is something that you're going to be celebrating very, very, very soon. If you're not celebrating this yet, it's going to be coming in. I don't know if it's a relationship or a job, but it's something that you've been wishing for a very, very long time. And God's saying right now, you're just in the final stages of really releasing that old life. And once that old life is completely demolished, that is when this like brand new celebration's going to come. And I'm getting the chills as I'm saying that. I don't think it's a new beginning. I feel this energy that you've already started this new beginning ever since like the last video that I made. If you tuned into that video, I made that video on the full moon in Scorpio. Scorpio is not a fire sign. Scorpio is a water sign, but it does embody a lot of fire energy and a lot of releasing of the past and just like transformation. Scorpio is a very heavy water sign. It's really like a fire sign. It just embodies a lot of fiery energy. And so now that we have a full moon in Sagittarius, it's like more fiery energy. So it's like, don't be afraid to burn things that you set intentions for with the full moon in Scorpio. Because I know damn well we all had some sort of intention with the full moon in Scorpio to release something in the past. And this full moon in Sagittarius is now like almost bringing it back up, like resurfacing it, being like, hey, like, it's great that you set the intention to let it go, but like, you need to let it go now, you know? And I'm also hearing like some of you who are literally watching this video right now are like, Jess, how do I let go? How do I just let go? I'm gonna tell you. I'm literally going to tell you, I had this revelation not too long ago, actually, because I was in that same position where I was like, how do I just let go? How do I just surrender? How do I stop caring? I literally got to the point where I was breaking down so badly that I felt so defeated by God and by myself. And it was a very lonely feeling. And I had this revelation where it's like, literally just give up. And listen to me when I say this. Give up on trying so hard to be someone that you are trying to be. And I don't mean with trying to be another person. I mean literally just you trying to be the highest, best version of yourself, because you are going to continue to go in a loop and a loop and a loop and a loop over and over again, trying to heal yourself, trying to be the best version of yourself, trying to manifest things for yourself. And it's like when you're in this energy of trying and go-getting, and you're never just stopping for a moment and being like, you know what? It really doesn't matter if I have that thing or not, because I'm whole and complete on my own. I don't need a relationship. I don't need this job. I don't need this thing that I'm putting up on a pedestal, because I realize that I am myself on the pedestal. I should be up on the pedestal. I should be putting myself up on the pedestal. And when you finally just like realize that, things start to change. things start to change. Because I had this realization because I was getting so fed up with trying. I was literally crying every single night, being like, I literally just want to give up. I felt so defeated by God. I literally felt so defeated by God. And I felt like no matter what I did, it wasn't good enough. And that's when I realized that I had this like belief system of like, oh, no matter what I do isn't good enough. No matter how hard I try, it's not good enough. And I started to change things in my daily life, and I started to make more time for God instead of trying to make more time for myself. That might be a little bit confusing for some people, because I feel like in life, especially on like our spiritual journeys, we've been taught to make time for ourselves, but there's only so much time that you should spend with yourself, and then you should carve out the rest of the time to build your connection with God, to build your connection with your ancestors and your angels, because there's only so much that you can do as a human being, and there's so much that God and your ancestral background can do for you being in the spiritual realm. There's so much that they can do. My eyebrow's really itchy today. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure that has like a spiritual meaning to it, but there's only so much that we can do as human beings. And if you're always going to try to heal yourself, if you're always going to try to be the best version of yourself, you're never going to get anywhere, because you're always going to be searching for more. So when I say surrender and letting go, I mean literally just stop. Literally just stop trying. I'm not saying like stop eating healthy and stop being nice to people, stop being nice to yourself, stop doing your affirmations. I don't mean that. But I mean literally just like stop caring. Stop caring and start accepting and start building a relationship with the divine. Because when you start to build an actual, true, deep relationship with the divine higher power, and you actually start to understand how God works and how God is interfering, intersecting with your life, that's when the magic happens. That's when the magic literally starts to happen. And I just like had that revelation, it was like 2 weeks ago. I was like, I'm just so tired of living my life like this. And so I stopped living my life like that. I literally just stopped. And that's literally all it takes, is you just making that conscious decision that you're no longer going to be on your healing journey and you're now going to be healed. It's literally using the law of assumption. And Neville Goddard talks about this all of the time. If you don't know who Neville Goddard is, or Joseph Murphy is another one, you need to go watch their YouTube videos. I'm getting the chills. Go watch their YouTube videos, go read their books, because they talk about the law of assumption. When you simply decide and simply assume that you are no longer going to be that person that you used to be, then God will arrange things to reflect that to you, to manifest that to you. When you simply decide that you're no longer going to do the healing anymore, then God will stop sending you people, jobs, environments, and situations that will reflect that to you, that will manifest that for you. And for so long, I was doing that, where I was like, oh my God, I need to do more healing. I still have that belief system that I'm not good enough, that I'm not worthy. How did I stop attracting that? I simply decided that I was no longer going to repeat that cycle. Because if you're always thinking that you need more healing, God will send you more healing, and God will send you these people who help you repeat this cycle over and over and over again until you literally learn the lesson. I'm getting the chills. Until you literally learn the lesson that you no longer need to learn that lesson anymore, because you've learned it so many times previously. Stop being in your healing journey. Start simply deciding you're now in your healed journey. You're no longer doing the healing because you no longer have to, because you are whole and complete. Don't get me wrong. You do need to do healing on your spiritual journey. You do need to understand that, everything in your reality is a reflection of your belief systems. But also when it comes to healing, you need to realize that you're already healed and that you're already whole and complete. And you really just need to build a connection with yourself and the divine higher power to help that come to full completion. Okay, some of you out there really need to start connecting with your intuition more, and connecting with God more. And connecting with God is going to help you connect with your intuition. This leads me to talk about my crystal. It's funny because I was like touching it as I said it. I was like petting my crystal. Now, this crystal, I actually, I had a dream about it in the beginning of my spiritual journey 5 years ago. Literally, as soon as I started to awaken my psychic abilities and the fact that I was able to see like prophecies in my dream, I saw this in my dream. I had a dream about it. It's written in one of my journals somewhere, but I had a dream about it. And the next morning I woke up and I was scrolling on Instagram, and I kid you not, the literal same exact crystal, which is this one, some girl was selling as a pendant. And I instantly bought it. I was like, that is so crazy. And you need to just like trust the feelings that you're having, especially in dreams, because the dreams are actually like the real world. Like this is just like, this is the real world, but it's the real world to an extent. This is gonna get very, very, I did not want this YouTube video going in this direction, but this is gonna get very conspiracy theory like. I truly do believe that this life experience is literally just us tripping on natural DMT that we have producing in our brains. If you follow me on TikTok or Instagram, I have like so many videos posted about this. But I truly do believe that like we're literally just like experiencing this life as a dream, but it feels so real because it is a dream. And so when you go to the dream state, when you're sleeping, you know, when you go to sleep at night, those dreams feel more real because you're dreaming. Does this make sense? I hope this is making sense. So when you have dreams, I want you to understand like that is literally actually real things that are happening without your ego. Literally strip your ego. It's your higher self communicating with other people that are also them higher selves, and you're able to just like be in that highest vibrational frequency possible. So what I'm hearing is, I don't know why I'm hearing this because I can't force you to dream more, but they're saying dream more. You need to start drinking more teas at night. Like mugwort's a really big one. Blue lotus, I love blue lotus. I don't know if you're allowed to smoke it, but I used to. And that was when I was in my like smoking journey, you know, but I don't smoke any of that anymore. Not chamomile. There is another one, I can't think of it right now, but mugwort's a really big one. It does not taste yummy. I will forewarn you, it tastes absolutely disgusting. Blue lotus, it has a very floral taste to it because it is a flower. That one is really great for dreaming. They can both help you lucid dream, but I'm also hearing just like be careful when you try these practices out, you know, because it is very important to protect yourself and to make sure that you know, you have those protection crystals and that you are envisioning like the white light around your aura, because there are some things that will try to come through when you're trying to do this stuff. So protecting yourself is extremely, extremely, extremely important. I'm also hearing like just in general, just protecting yourself. What I highly recommend doing is go to your like witch store, crystal store near you, and get some black salt. If you don't have black salt, then make some black salt, put it in the four corners of your room, and set the intention that the black salt is going to protect you from outside energies coming into your room. Okay, coming into your apartment, coming into your home. That is really, really, really important to do. God's really saying like start working with herbs more, start working with this kind of, maybe you felt called to work with herbs more and just like drink more teas and stuff. And excuse me, confirmation burp. That rarely happens to me anymore. These herbs are going to help you, like, I'm hearing take charge of your life, because when you're focusing on your health, that's when things start to change in your life. Like literally when you're just focusing on your health. What else needs to be heard right now, God? There's just like a lot of like clearing out energy. I'm also hearing like, yeah, God's really saying like really work with herbs right now. God's saying you felt called to work with herbs for a reason. Your ancestral background has done a lot of work with herbs before. I'm like literally seeing people like in the woods, like gathering herbs, putting them into like buckets and like making some stuff out of them to like put in lotions and put on your body and to just like also eat. Because the thing is with our society today and the way that things go, the way that we eat and stuff, it causes a lot of inflammation in our body. I'm hearing cinnamon. Remind me about that in a second. Or I'll remind myself because you're not actually here with me. But they're saying like a lot of the foods that you're eating right now are causing a lot of inflammation, and you will see this reflecting to your gut. You will see this reflecting to your skin. You'll see it reflecting to your body. It's also going to reflect to your brain because your stomach and your brain are linked. So the things that you're eating are going to reflect your brain. It's going to cause you to think certain things. It's going to make you feel brain fog, or it's going to make you feel very clear-minded. So they're saying like really start working with more herbs, work with more grounding fruits and vegetables, and stop eating so much processed junk. They're literally saying processed junk, like whether that's fast food, whether that's sugar. Sugar is the number one thing that I would not recommend. Like literally, I would recommend alcohol more over sugar, because sugar is so bad for you spiritually. Yes, alcohol is as well, but sugar is something that is so legal and it's so bad for you. So really limit yourself when it comes to the amount of processed sugars that you're eating. But I'm also hearing like maybe get like an herb book and start studying some herbs, and start studying like things that you can do to help your skin and help inflammation in the body. I was saying cinnamon's really great for inflammation. It's also really great for money. So if you're trying to manifest money, put some cinnamon on your hands before you go to work, and then go to work, and boom, you're gonna make more money. I literally guarantee it. I do this all the time. And but it's also really great for inflammation in the body and inflammation in the skin. They're just really saying like start working with more herbs, start making more teas, start putting more herbs in the foods that you're eating. When you're cooking your chicken, put some sage on it, put some turmeric on it, put some cumin on it. Like make sure to like lather it up in herbs, because it's like that's what's going to help your body help digest these foods more, is getting more into herbs. Very interesting message that's just coming through. I'm seeing confetti and balloons. Yeah, I'm seeing confetti again, but this time there's balloons. There's like blue, red, white. Oh, that's so weird. Red, white, and blue. That is so weird that I was seeing those. Something about the 4th of July. Something about the 4th of July is going to be very powerful, whether it's the day before, the day after, right on the 4th. Something about it is going to be a big time for celebration. Maybe your birthday is right around those days. Maybe you're a Cancer. Hi all to my fellow Cancers. I'm a Cancer as well. Mine's not anywhere near the 4th of July. Mine's like 3 weeks afterwards, or 2 weeks, sorry. But yeah, they're saying like something about the 4th of July, you're going to get a really big offer. I'm seeing an invitation. You might get invited to a party. Like a literal letter is going to be coming in your mail. You might be getting a love letter. You might be getting a check in the mail. You might be getting a job opportunity that fell through recently. It's going to be coming back around to you, and God's saying you're going to get it. Something about you getting an invitation. I'm seeing like you're welcome to join us at blah 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 on this day. Something about the 4th of July, literally mark down your calendar. I don't think you need to mark it down though, because everyone knows the 4th of July. Something about it is going to be an extreme day of celebration for you. Like everyone's gonna be like, oh yeah, like let's go like celebrate like, Independence Day. Let's go drink, let's go see fireworks. But you're gonna be like, no, I wanna actually celebrate the fact that I just got this letter in the mail, because this is the best thing that I could ever ask for. Like it's going to be like that. Like the 4th of July is more so gonna be the day for you. That's what I'm hearing. This is very interesting. I'm excited to see what happens. Please, let me know what happens on the 4th of July. Please come back to this video. Mark this video down, bookmark it, put it in a playlist of yours, come back to it, and let me know what happens, because I really want to know what happens to you on the 4th of July. Because this is a very cool message, and something really big is happening. Some really big celebration is going to be taking place on the 4th of July for you. And this is something that you've been asking for. But there's a lot of clearing out of energy. God's just like, back to what I was saying like the beginning of the video, God's really just saying like now's the time to clear out your energy, like with the foods that you're eating, the habits that you're doing. Make sure that you're doing healthy things for yourself. Like some of you have been thinking about fasting from coffee. God's saying, please do that. Please, I've been trying to tell you. Some of you have been thinking about fasting from sugar. Please do that. Some of you have been thinking about fasting from smoking or drinking, and God's saying, please do that. Like if you feel called to do that, that's your intuition nagging at you. And the thing is that sometimes I think we get so caught up on like pleasure sometimes, and we're like, oh no, this is fun, I really enjoy it, but it disconnects us so much from like our intuition and our higher selves that like you have to bring it back to yourself. Like sometimes it's okay to indulge. I don't want to say overindulge, but we all do that. We all do that. And it's like, you need to come back to yourself right now. God's saying you need to come back to yourself. You need to stop overindulging, make it a once in a while thing. Go out for a drink once in a while, smoke once in a while, eat sugar once in a while, but you can't make it an every single day thing, because when it gets to that point, then you're literally just cutting yourself off of like everything intuitively, and you're going to have no idea where you're going in life. And like, maybe you feel like that. Maybe you feel so directionless right now. You feel like you're living with no purpose, and God is saying it's because of these habits that you're overindulging in. Okay, like, I'm not saying be sober all of the time, but God is sending this clear message right now of saying, like, you need to focus on being sober a little bit more than what you are right now, because I guarantee and I promise you it's going to help you in the long run when it comes to your intuition and receiving these intuitive nudges about what direction to go in life next and what the next step is to take right now. Trust me, I would know. I've been there so many times in my life where it's like I would overindulge so much, and then I lost myself in the long run, and then I would have to like quit that addiction, quit that substance, and it was never fun. So before it gets to that extreme point, God's saying, like, I'm forewarning you right now, the reason why you're feeling lost and you feel like you wake up with no purpose every single day is because you're overindulging in these substances. It could even just be coffee too, because coffee is a drug. Coffee is a substance that you can overindulge in and it becomes an addiction. Same thing with sugar. Those are both legal things and they're both extremely bad for you. Coffee once in a while is fine. It's not extremely bad for you, but it will cause a disconnect with yourself and your intuition and your higher self if you're drinking it every single morning at the same exact time. Yeah, those are some really big channeled messages, guys. You got something really big coming in, but like, God's just really saying, like, just focus on gratitude right now. Focus on giving, because there's no such thing as giving too much gratitude. Like, seriously, be so grateful for every single little thing in life. And because you never know when it's gone. You literally never know when it could, be gone. And like, just take this moment right now to just like appreciate everything that you have. It's like gonna make me cry, because like, I'm just thinking about my life right now, and it's crazy to think about like how far you've come and all the things that you've gone through, and to think that like you would never get to where you are right now. So just like be grateful for that, be so grateful for that, because I guarantee you 16-year young you did not expect you to be where you are right now, and he or she had wished to be where you are right now. So just know that wishes do come true, and that expressing gratitude is going to really help you with your current situation right now. And know that I love you, and God loves you, and your angels and your ancestral team, they love you and they're here for you. And they're saying, call upon me when you need us. Call upon me when you need us. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. I love all of you guys. Thank you so much for tuning into this video today. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe and hit the like button. And also, please come back after the 4th of July and let me know what happened in your life that is causing this celebration, because I would love to know, and I would love to help you celebrate that. So yeah, and thanks for tuning in, and join me in the next video.